Okay. Hey guys, it's Burt from Soft Tubes, and we got another reaction for you today. Basically, didn't expect this, but Toy Story 4, the actual official trailer, the first one, is out now. Yeah, they've given us like 2 or 3 teasers? I think it's 2. I think they've given us 2 teasers already. No, 3. 2. 3 or 2. It's one of those. It's a number that's either a 2 or a 3. But they've given us teasers before, and now they've actually dropped the proper, full official trailer. So I'm gonna react to it. And then yeah, I'll give my thoughts afterwards, and talk about whether I'm probably got to see this movie. I probably got to see this movie though. All right then, let's get to this. Hit the microphone. But I'll put my headphones on, and let's see what we got.
Everyone, Bonnie made a friend in class.
Oh, she's already making friends.
Okay,
No,
so
she
yeah, still
literally
continuing
made
on.
a new friend.
Oh.
I want you to meet Forky.
Ah, so that.
He's a spook.
Yes, yeah, I know. Forky is the most important toy to Bonnie right now.
Ah.
We all have to make sure nothing happens to him.
Woody, we have a situation.
I am not a toy. I was made for soup, salad, maybe chili, and then the trash.
Buzz, we've got to get Forky.
Affirmative.
Wow.
Why am I alive? You're Bonnie's toy. You are going to
This is
create
getting
happy
deep.
memories that will last for the rest of her life.
Huh? What?
Fuck off.
Bo? Forky, come on. Bo?
Oh.
My name is Gabby.
We can't stay.
Yes, you can. Boy.
Oh, that's creepy as freaking hell.
Bo, what are you doing here?
No time to explain. Come with me.
We need to get
That's
back
where
to our
she
kid.
got to.
Aw, Sheriff Woody always coming to the rescue.
Bonnie needs
Is that a
Forky.
different voice?
Who needs a kid's room when you can have all of this?
Wow.
Wow.
Bo Peep became an adventurer.
Aren't we going to Bonnie?
Oh no.
We have to find them. What do we do, Buzz?
What would Woody do?
Jump out of a moving vehicle?
Let's go.
Eh, you gotta go, you gotta go.
You know, you've handled this lost toy life better than I could.
Open your eyes, Woody. There's plenty of kids out there. Sometimes change can be good.
You can't teach this old toy new tricks.
You'd be surprised.
Bonnie? We're going home, Forky.
Bonnie, I'm coming!
On my way, Woody.
To infinity and beyond.
Oh god.
Don't let Woody leave.
Kids lose their toys every day.
I was made to help a child. I don't remember it being this hard.
Woody, somebody's whispering in your ear. Everything's gonna be okay.
Oh man. I don't like the song choice. No, fuck off. I don't want to watch that. Jesus Christ. Okay. Got a little bit teary there. It's weird. I assume I liked Toy Story as a kid. Probably a fair bit. I don't really remember. Like, now it's weird looking back on it. I don't really feel like I have a lot of, like, specific memories of, like, really loving Toy Story. But I remember watching those movies, like, the first film a lot. I remember not liking the second movie for a long time until I got older. And then the third one, I don't know. The third one came at a weird time. When, especially because everyone was like, oh, you're going to cry, you're going to cry. And then I was one of those people who, when they were, like, falling in the fire, in the, like, the tump, because that's, yeah, you send toys to the tump, not the dump. They were all going in the fire. I thought that was the moment. I'm like, oh shit, someone's gonna die. And then no, that wasn't the sad moment. The sad moment was them ending with Bonnie, which I didn't find sad because I'm like, they've still got someone that's still continuing on. Like, if they'd lost something, like, it's changing, but it's good change. They're like moving on to a new life, and I like that. I was like, that's not sad to me. So I was like pretty happy with that. So this movie, I was kind of like, I don't know what you need to say anymore. You've kind of said everything you can, I thought. Looking at this trailer, it's getting into some pretty deep things. It's getting into, like, stuff I would not have expected from a Toy Story movie, really. I mean, saying that and then thinking about it, maybe I expected more from a Toy Story movie, because it's always dealt with a lot of, like, you think about, like, Toy Story, one of the key themes of Toy Story all the way through is abandonment issues. It's one of the big things, and nearly every movie has to do with abandonment, and it's really dark, and how people cope with that, and how it can negatively affect some people, but then be positive for others. So I guess that's kind of like, yeah, it seems like they're kind of going with that again, like, the girl, like, she made a toy that was a spork with googly eyes, and to anyone else, it's like, it's just a spork with googly eyes. But it's special to her, and it's important to her, and to lose it is really important. And I like the fact that Woody understands, like, you can see the progression of Woody from the first movie, where he's like, no, I'm the special toy, I'm the special one. And even kind of through the next two, he still had that a little bit. Now he's definitely beyond that, where he's willing to throw himself on the line to save a spork with googly eyes, because it's her favorite toy, and it's all about looking after her. And I'll be interested to see where they take that, and some of the other themes, like Bo Peep showing back up. When they said Bo Peep is back in this, I'm like, how? Like, she was in the first movie, I think she was in the second movie a little bit, but then, yeah, number 3, she didn't get a mention at all, as far as I remember. So I was like, alright, how the hell do you bring back Bo Peep at this point? And that's kind of a clever way that she was like, I don't know, it looks like either she was sold to an antique shop, or she was just, like, got lost and went wild. Because she's, sorry, she's at the antique shop and she helps Woody, but then she's like, yeah, wandering, like, there's kids everywhere. So ut she leaves the antique shop or something, is what they're trying to imply there. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I just realized I could take my headphones off. I still have those on. Put those down. But yeah, so it's kind of weird to try and bring it back in that way. And it's going to be interesting. Like, I almost feel like Bo Peep's the bad guy of this story. So, I don't know. Like, the first movie's probably the most clever, because it doesn't have a... The villain is the kid next door. I forget his name. Who... Talking about it with other people, like, now, it's kind of weird, because it's like, he's the bad guy, he, like, tortures toys. He doesn't know the toys are alive, for one. And 2, he's expressing creativity by mixing and matching toys into new things. The one bad thing he does, my phone just went off, I don't even know where it is right now. Alright. But the one bad thing he does is he takes other people's toys, like his sister's toys. That's his one crime, really. When you actually get down to it, like, he doesn't know toys are alive. For all, like, everything he's taught is toys aren't alive. It's when toys come alive that he learns his lesson. Then in the second one, it's the prospector. I forget his name. I have not watched these movies in a long time. And then the third one, it's the Care Bear. I can't remember his name either. So it's like there's a villain in each of them. And this one hasn't shown us a villain yet, which I don't think the trailers for any of those other ones were like, this is the bad guy. Although I think people suspected the bear in the third one. And probably the first one, I guess, showed the kid next door. But the second one didn't give away, because the prospect of being the villain was a bit of a twist. So they didn't really show that. But this one's not showing a villain, but it's hinting at Bo Peep, I think. Or the idea that there's a conflict of ideals. Because her idea is being free and, like, doing whatever, when the rest of the toys are like, no, we have one kid, we look after one kid, we're with one kid. So there's a bit of a conflict of ideals. So from their perspective, I think at least Bo Peep will be the villain of the piece, where she's influencing Woody towards a more free, carefree kind of like attitude, which doesn't fit with what the rest of them do and what he's been telling them all this time either. It makes it very different. So I think that's kind of what they're going to be going with, which I like and don't like. I actually like the idea of bringing Bo Peep back. I think Bo Peep could be really interesting to do. It'll just be interesting how they do it. I mean, like, I like the fact we only get a little bit of Key and Peele's characters. Since we've seen them, like, twice before this, and we got, like, the last teaser had a fair chunk of them. So it's nice that they're there. I don't think they're going to be major characters, almost. It kind of feels to me like they're just there. They're a side thing. They're funny while they're around, but then they go away, and the rest of the story keeps going. I'm hoping not, because I like them. Like, I think they're really good guys. But friggin' Keegan-Michael Key was good in The Predator. Like, I enjoyed his character in that. That movie overall is not great, but he was one of the parts I enjoyed about that movie. And Jordan Peele has shown that he's really good at a lot of different things. And so it'd be cool to have them more in there, but then I don't know if they will. The spork is actually way more important than I thought it would be. I thought it was just going to be a side joke, but it's the main crux of the movie now, so that's the thing that's happening, which is nice. I like the idea that they're going into these things. I like Pixar. For the most part, they've been smart in not trying to... They make kids' movies that aren't dumb. They're not like Secret Life of Pets. They're not trying to... It's more old school... not old school Disney. It's in this like one period of Disney. Because dark doesn't make good. So like you can be like, yeah, like the old Disney things. They had like dark because it was like people could die and stuff like that. That doesn't make something good. It's how you tell it. Inside Out is probably my favorite Pixar film ever. I love Inside Out so much. I think it has a really good story and it's really clever in how it tells that story. I think it's really, really amazing. I love that movie so much. And it's, yeah, it doesn't shy away from dark things. Like, it gets into, like, depression, basically. And, like, the girl tries to run away from home. And, like, it gets really bleak. But it's still talking about that stuff in a clever way. And in a way a kid can grasp it. It puts it in simple terms. It's happy, sad, anger. It does those things in a way that a kid can go, okay, I get it. While still talking about a deeper issue. I think that's really, really clever. That was part of what I like part of my issue with Lego Movie 2 is that it doesn't feel like it's doing that. It's not trying to be so clever. And I know like the Miller and the other guy. My brain can't remember names sometimes. But the guys who did that, they did like the first Lego Movie, they did 21 Jump Street, they did Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, they did Spider-Verse. Like, they can do that stuff. Like, Spider-Verse is a damn good movie, and part of that is the messaging. The messaging and how it gives complex ideas a way that a kid can kind of get it is really, really important. And they can totally do that, and then Lego Movie 2 didn't quite do that for me. And I'm hoping Pixar can do it again with Toy Story 4. It does feel like a little bit of a cash-in film, just going off the fact that it exists. But maybe not. Maybe, like... And maybe there's nothing really that bad about that. Maybe it's cool to just do a cash-in film, but you can still do a good cash-in film. I mean, most films are there to make money. So this won't be any different. They won't have made it if they didn't think it would make money in the first place. But if they make a good film with good messaging in there, why not? There was something else I noticed in the trailer I was going to talk about. Oh, we get the slight glimpse of Keanu Reeves' character. Forget his name, I saw it once. But he's like the Daredevil, names again. Evel Knievel. It's like an Evel Knievel toy. And that, I don't know how much he'll play into the story either, because he's shown once in this trailer, and then he's gone. But I think it'll be interesting to see what they can kind of do with that, and why they introduce that character. It feels an odd mix. It feels like an odd one to throw in there, but there could be something really clever they got going on there that I think could be cool if they do it well. I'm not sure what that is, but I'll be interested to see kind of what they do. I'm actually, like, this trailer made me more keen than all the other previews before it. Like, I actually went, okay, cool, I understand what this is now. It gave me everything that I now understand what I would be going to see. And I appreciate that, because before I didn't know. I didn't know what it was. It just felt like, okay, it's Toy Story again, because it's the one movie they keep making sequels of. But this actually gives me something, and I appreciate that. Alright, so that's kind of my thoughts on this, on the first Toy Story 4 official trailer. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you're keen to see this movie, if you think that this trailer didn't really do it for you, all that kind of stuff. If you liked this video, you can send us a like. If you didn't like it, you could also send us a like. But, I mean, there is a dislike button, but, you know, you could still just go click the like instead. I just hit my knee into the desk. And then hit the subscribe so you keep getting all the reactions and discussions and gameplay videos and everything we do. Alright, thanks guys, and I will see you in the next video.